What up, man? Today's video, I'll be talking to you about how I got my car towed, bro. Stick around and hear the whole story, man. Roll the intro. What up, man? If you can't read or you somehow stumbled across this video by accident, I'm Brandon Gray. And before we get into the video and the whole story and all of that, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so that you can see anytime this sad face, beautiful face, has been uploaded to YouTube. Let's just get right into it, man. So a couple nights ago, Brianna had came over and cooked, and last night she had wanted me to bring some of what she cooked over to her crib. No problem. I'm like, all right, cool. Put the food in the container, drove to her crib, easy peasy so far. Now here's when I messed up. So Brianna's apartment has visitors parking spots and it has residential parking spots. Now in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm about to just drop this food off and then let her go to sleep, eat, whatever, and I'm about to head back to my crib. So ain't no way I'm about to park in the visitor parking spot that's way further than I need to be. So I pull into the residential parking spot, walk upstairs. So I hand her stuff and I'm like, all right, I'm about to head out. Long story short, we end up talking and just chit-chatting for a while. And what was supposed to be a 5 to 10 minute little interaction ends up being a 30 to 45 minute one, which gave them plenty of time to just go and snatch my car up. So every night before I get in my car, Brianna stays on her balcony and watches me. So, you know, I don't get shot, basically. I don't, like, you feel me? But when I walked downstairs, I couldn't see my car, so I whipped out my clicker, pressed the little lock button, cause you know I be tripping sometimes. I'm like, okay, maybe my car isn't somewhere where I remembered it, so let me listen for the honk. Won't no honk, bro. It won't shit. So you know when you first lose your phone and it's that sense of confusion, and then that confusion slowly escalates into anxiety, then that anxiety turns into like basically you being terrified. Now that's with a phone, so imagine how I felt losing a car. Needless to say, I had to go back upstairs and tell her I got my car towed. So we end up hopping in her car and she gives me the number to the place that she knows tows cars within her apartment complex. So I call them and I ask them for the make, model, and year of my car. This is when I really got concerned. I was like, hey, I just got my car towed. It's a blah, 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 make and model, whatever. I just wanted to know if you guys had it. The lady on the phone gave me a list of basically every car that was not mine. So I'm like, okay, are you sure you don't have this car? She says, no, we don't have it. And if we would have picked it up, I would have known about it. They would have had to call it in.
It's an evil world we live in.
When I tell you the fear that overtook my body, because in my mind, it's only 3 possible people that got it. Me, them, or somebody stole it. Now, I don't know how much you know about process of elimination, but when you only got 3 options and your first 2 are out, I mean, I don't know what to do, man. We riding around Raleigh and I finally tell Brianna, you know what? It's late, just take me home, bro. I'll figure something out. She was like, nah, let's stop by my crib one more time just to double check. Now, to me, I didn't really see the point in this. It's a car. It's not like I'm like misplacing it or nothing like that. It ain't a phone where you can like sit it underneath your bed sometime or underneath the desk. It's a car. It's a car. So in my mind, I'm like, if I walk outside and I don't see my car, it's just not there, bro. I don't know what we going back and looking at it again for. But let me tell you why that worked out. As we were headed back to her crib, we saw a tow truck drive in the opposite direction. Now I look and it's dark, but I think I can make out a car that looks kind of like mine. So I called the people again and asked them if they made any pickups over at Brianna's complex. Lady says no again, bruh. At this point, I'm sick. I'm through, bruh. So I'm on the phone, frustrated, about to hang up, and she goes, oh, wait. Actually, it just got plugged into the system. We do have a pickup for that place.
Come on, praise God. Come on, praise God. You wanna.
When she read that it was my car, the sense of relief that went through my body was absolutely extraordinarily impeccable. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not too excited that it's been towed, but between getting towed and getting my car stolen, I'd rather have it towed. Yeah, for sure. So I'm like, all right, cool. How much is it gonna be to get it back tonight? She said $250. But I don't get paid until tomorrow, so I'm like, you know what, just take me back to my crib anyway. I can't get it tonight, I'm gonna get it tomorrow. It's cool. She takes me back to my crib, then I wake up today and Brianna calls me and says, hey, I called the people back. What the lady didn't tell you last night was that if you come during regular business hours, price gets reduced. Now, from a business standpoint, I can understand why the lady didn't tell me that. If you got an opportunity to make more money off of somebody by not telling them certain information, I mean, I kind of get it. It's morally messed up, but from a money-making standpoint,
Cha-ching, 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 Gary.
so I'm like, all right, cool. So it went from $250 to $185, which still I don't want to pay for something that's already mine anyway. But my options were either pay for it and get it back or go without a car. So yeah. So then I get there, and this is not the end of the story. You would think it's just I pay for it and I leave. No. So I show up and I notice that there's a car parked in front of mine, like horizontally. In my mind, I'm like, okay, they're gonna need to move that because I'm about to cop my car and get up out of here. I pay for it, and they have somebody with another tow truck come out and move the cars that are in front of mine. This is where things get kind of messy. So my car was on the bottom of a hill. When they moved the car that was in front of mine, the car was in neutral. The car started sliding down the hill, started getting a little close to mine. It was so close to hitting my car, bro. Like it was ridiculous. A part of me wishes that it would have, so that I could have sued them and made like a profit off of this whole transaction. But just going through all of that trouble, I just really wanted to just be done with it, man. Just get it all over with. So yeah, I had to end up spending $185, almost get my car hit. And then on top of that, I got a ticket like 2 weeks ago for speeding, but that was on me. I ain't gonna lie, that was my fault. But still, it's just another thing I gotta pay for, and I'm not happy that I gotta pay for it just because it was my fault. But the moral of the story, don't park where you ain't supposed to be parking, which I mean, you should know that. Don't speed, which I mean, you should know that too. But if you do decide to do either one of those or both of those things like me, just make sure you got a budget for it, man, because this is expensive, dog. But anyway, man, if you like the story time, make sure you hit like on the video, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you can get alerted anytime this beautiful face has been uploaded to YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been Brandon Gray. Adios.
How come we only cool when you get drunk enough? You only hit me up when you be wanting something. You only say you love me when you off the gas. Just like you're high, your love don't never last.
So Brianna had made some food the other night over at my crib, and she wanted me to take her a plate or two. Not a plate or two, that's not weird. Am I with them, Frank?